My worst spring break experience was on a family trip that my family and I were taking to South America. We get to Brazil and we're standing in line. We're about to get into the country, but we're about to have an awesome trip. And then we realize we don't have a visa. And they ask us for a visa, and we're like, what are you talking about? And my mom's been planning this trip for like 9 months, and they tell us we can't enter the country. So we get kicked out of Brazil. And we go to Argentina for to try and get a visa there because we can't even enter the country. Like, we're stuck in the terminal for like 12 hours. So we go to Argentina and they tell us that it takes 3 business days to process a visa. But one of those business days is Christmas. And we had already booked our return flight back to Brazil by then. So we couldn't get back to Brazil at all. And it was an awful trip.
So my worst spring break story ever. I went to undergrad up in Oregon and I came home to San Diego for spring break, and my cat was really old and we had to put her down and it was really sad.
My worst spring break experience would have been the time that I actually worked the entire week between both jobs that I had. So for one of my jobs, I work at a middle school and I tutor over there. And while I was supposed to be on break from my actual school, at the school that I work at, they were doing presentations on whatever topic that they had. And so I pretty much had to manage the crowds, take care of business. And the entire week I was waking up every day at probably like 7 a.m., coming home at like 5 and just being exhausted. So even though spring break is supposed to be a time where you're supposed to just kick back and relax, I probably worked close to 40 hours that week.
My worst spring break was probably a few years ago. I was finally 21 and headed to the island with all my friends. Ended up with the stomach virus and was sick the entire week. So that was really great.
So my worst spring break story was last spring break. It was like the last 2 days of us vacationing in Hawaii, and like I really wanted to get a tan, like go back to school and have everybody like think I'm tan, whatever. And so like I decided to put on 10 SPF, and I just like forgot to reapply, and I got like a lobster red, like sunburn all over me. It was really bad. Like I had to stay inside, put like aloe like everywhere. It was really bad. Huge bummer of the end of my vacation. But
my worst spring break experience was during my freshman year. Me and all my friends decided to go camping, and our trip ended early because we got kicked out of the camping grounds. So yeah, it wasn't very fun, but we had a blast while it lasted.
My worst spring break experience was when I was in 6th grade. I went to the Philippines with my family, and in the middle of snorkeling, I saw a sea urchin, and like I was really curious, like those things probably don't hurt, do they? I went and like I tried to poke it, and went straight through my finger, and so my dad like saw it and he freaked out because he thought they were poisonous or something, because they probably are. I still don't know. But anyways, he picked me up, he carried me to a bar. And then he talked like Tagalog with the guy who runs the bar. And then he brought out like 3 different alcohols, started pouring it on my finger, grabbed a lemon, squeezed it on my finger to get all the poison off. And at the end, I had to pee on my finger. And then we had to go to a sketch like drugstore to like pick up some random pills or something. And for like a solid week after that, I thought I was gonna die from poison or something. But then I didn't. So yeah, it was chill. Yeah.